Hi, Saken. Is Malachi Z York the master teacher or a master teacher? Please explain. He's the master teacher because you have many teachers or many people that profess to be masters, but a master teacher is the teacher of teachers. So if you used to line up all the people that claim to be master teachers, they won't be able to give you new information or teach you things you don't know. And that's what really makes a teacher. Sometimes a teacher that teaches based on not just regurgitating information, but be able to make things very clear, able to teach something new that or bring the experience and things that they've actually lived and experienced. So he's the master teacher because he's the best teacher or the master teacher on the planet right now with the most information, the most knowledge, and able to take you beyond what other teachers can, because he's a spiritual master as well as a physical master. Not to say there aren't other teachers that claim to be master teachers, but you have to judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. And I don't know anyone else so far who's put out over 1,000 books breaking down information about every subject that has been put to him or any question that's been asked to him. And then you have others who are great teachers and they teach, but they can't really take you beyond. Like, for example, no other teacher is giving you your language. As simple as that might sound or seem, it's like, okay, where are other teachers that have given you a language? And we can keep going on and on. And when I started to, and most people I speak to, when they start on their spiritual journey or when they're woke, it's like they will say, I used to listen to this person, I used to follow this person, but it got to a certain point, they couldn't take me any further. So, for example, a lot of people will teach about Egypt. There's so many books. Everybody wants to teach on Egypt because, like the pyramids and certain things that the Egyptians did or have done, people are still mystified or still trying to figure out how were they so smart? How did they do this? But they don't then give you a whole community or built pyramids and live the culture and break down all the secrets of Egypt and give you information that nobody has. So they don't even represent Egypt in their attire they wear, or do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's easy to fake the funk. It's easy to come across and, be like, I'm the guy, but then get put on the let people scrutinize you, let people ask you questions, let people see, like what we do here when we came on the scene saying, ask us anything. And what we do, and based on the feedback and what people say to us, it's like we're just student teachers of the master teacher. And so what I'm basically saying is, like, not many people will put themselves up to be on the firing line. This is not scripted. Today is the only time we haven't had live calls, right? But we're still getting live questions in the chat. And when you listen to the ones where we get live calls, there's no way we can pre-plan or know who's going to call in or what questions they're going to come and ask us. But yet we're able to answer the questions. And if we don't know, we will say we don't know. What you see is what you get. We don't fake it and pretend, and like, if we don't know, we don't know, but we know a man who does know, and we will get the questions to him. And that's another thing. If you have questions, he's open, like, you can go on the United Sabians Worldwide website and ask him a question. Or you can leave questions in the comments, or you can actually leave comments of how Wu-Sabat has changed your life, And I'm just saying, I'm just one of millions of student teachers, and you will probably become a student teacher yourself, because once you realize, after you're being a doubting Thomas or being someone that is skeptical, someone that scrutinizes everything, and compare it to anybody else out there, like, ask those people to put themselves up to the question. our brother, what's his name? Bill Carson. If only he had this book, if he only had this book, this would have really helped him out. And so I'm saying that to say that it's about giving reverence and respect where respect is due. And yeah, the master teacher, there's none other like him. If you think there is, please let us know who that is. Point us in the direction so we can actually, because people do that. I'm listening to this guy, I follow this guy does this, and we go and check them out because we want to know, like, and we kind of break them down quite easily. We're able to decipher, and it's like a person who is a Muslim, they're gonna be limited because everything they're gonna quote and tell you is from the Quran, until you start to go, okay, let's dissect the Quran, the language, the surahs, how they were put together. Is it the same Arabic that we have today that was then? Is there an original Quran? And just because it says that in this book doesn't mean it's true. But you're limited. It's the same with a Christian who will just quote the Bible all the time. And then within the Christendom, you have the new ones who say they are, following Jesus Christ. How can you follow someone you don't even know where they are, or how can you follow someone that you never met? And we go into the books and who put them together and when were they put together, what language were they in? And it's like the planet's been here for millions of years and you're telling us all of this happened in 2,000 years. No. So we do the same and you keep walking backwards. The Old Testament is the same, like Hebrew, like we break down Hebrew, who's Abraham, where did he come from? You end up being to the point where he was a Chaldean, from Ur of Chaldea, and he had his parents Terah, and then you go into the Babylonian stories and you start to get into the Anunnaki stories, the Sumerian doctrine, you get into ancient Egypt, and then it ties all the way back to the stars. So what we do is we don't just deal with someone on face value. We go in because for years we've been questioned to prove ourselves. Prove what you teach, and that's all we've done. So now it's our turn to question everyone else. So if you do have someone you think has the answers and is the master teacher, then let us know who he is so we can check them out.